Welcome back, my passive income investors alike, to the knowledge bomb that is going to be this video today. Because not only am I breaking down my six-figure portfolio, I'm going to share with you something that has only happened 9 times in the stock market over the last 50 years, and it happened last year. I'm going to season this up. We're going to put some Salt Bae season on this by talking about how we lost passive income for dummies. We had to shut that down, but I also made a purchase on a $30,000 website that is a business, which I'm going to have to explain a little bit farther, and I'm going to share with you some hidden tidbits within the Canadian trading platforms that exist. And then finally, guys, I know this is going to be a long video, but I'm going to share with you a new platform that we just recently launched. But getting into the news today, we're taking a look at what they're saying is driving the markets is the China virus.
Drop it.
Because there's nothing like a global pandemic to make the markets get scared. But in this day and age, guys, if blowing up, Iranian leaders doesn't cause a stock market crash, I don't think this is going to, but I don't know the severity of this. I haven't looked into it yet, but this is what they're saying is driving the markets today. As we take a look at the S&P 500, it took a bit of a dip. To not speculate, let's just take a look at what's going on with the markets, because my portfolio has hit all-time highs yet again, guys. But it wasn't because of the broader markets. It was because of one company we all know so well. All-time highs, not because of Apple, not because of Microsoft. And this is just my one account, but it was all because of Tesla, ladies and gentlemen. Tesla bringing it back with the short squeeze of a lifetime here if this continues, which it could very well, because if we take a look at the overall charting in Tesla over the last 5 years, this thing does phenomenal movements of, we can see it went from 200 all the way up to 400 here, which over doubled, and it's done more in the past other than I'd have to go into the actual charting to show you. But what we're looking at right now is the definition of a short squeeze, which essentially is just a combination of people out there that really thought the stock was going to crash out. They took out short options and short positions, and then all of a sudden the stock started pulling back like $40, which a correction would have been nice because then people like me can keep buying it as long-term investors. But what ended up happening is the stock dropped to about $500, held off there flat, and then what ends up happening is people that hold short positions or short calls will end up running out of time to either make those call options final, or what they have to do is they have to force out their own short position because they're worried that Tesla is sustaining a trend and it's not dropping, dry up, and then it pushes the bulls and everything else higher because there's nothing pulling the stock down, which we can usually see by these big red dips here. These are like short volume and just basically the negativity and selling of the stock. So we can see right here that there was a lot of it back in, what are we looking here? Midnight 2019 before the summer came. And then all of a sudden going into 2020, it's been an immaculate driver. And I'm really glad I sold off my VFV to buy this because we're up 52.29% as of this moment. We're all waiting to see if Tesla's going to crack that 450 mark because we're only 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We got another hour of trading session here, but I'll probably do a full breakdown tomorrow on my Tesla stock. So slap a like if you guys enjoy that kind of content. But I want to show you something that I recently saw Financial Education talking about, and I thought it was something really, really cool to highlight, and that is the fact that in 2019, the markets went up by 31.49%. In 2020, we're up a little more than 3.14%. I think we're hovering around 5 to 6% as it sits right now. So since 1970, we've literally only seen this happen 9 times where we would see the market hit up over 30%. It is a very unusual thing that is an odd occurrence, but this was one of those times because the last time 2019 hit a 30% return was back in 2013. Take a look at your portfolio over 2019, okay? If you did not get a 31.49% return at the minimum, there's something that you're just doing wrong. Now, if your portfolio is broad across gold and whatever other sectors, I could understand that, but any equities you own, if they do not keep up with that rate of return last year, you do not have your portfolio set up properly, and you're probably doing something wrong. And obviously everyone follows a different strategy, but there is only one main strategy that is proven to work, and that is an S&P 500 index fund. And that is what this is representing. So don't be cockier than the index. And if you have to gauge yourself against this, considering this happens a quarter of the time at most. So the chances of being in the market, you'd have to wait 4 to 5 years to even see a year like this. And to not have a general exposure to the companies that are causing this, and not even having the broader exposure, you're really hindering your overall portfolio. The reason I continue to buy individual stocks is because I am outpacing the general markets and the general rate of return. And that is the only reason I will continue to buy individual stocks. But heaven forbid my stupidity overtakes me and things don't work out and I get at least 2 to 3 years of consistent less returns than an index fund. I literally told myself this YouTube channel will come to an end. Probably not, but I won't be posting videos like this anymore because I'll just be buying index funds. And that could be a real reality that comes up in this YouTube channel, guys. So consider subscribing, sticking around, seeing if my whole, investment philosophy falls apart. But somehow I severely doubt that with the companies that I'm holding. But moving into the disappointing news of the day, ladies and gentlemen, passive income for dummies. We have to do a moment of silence. I need like a horn and anyways, passiveincomeForDummies.com got shut down. Not exactly what I would call shut down, but I need to explain this in better terms. Now, every platform that exists out today works off different guidelines and different rules by what you are allowed to post. On YouTube, we're sitting here talking about finances, stocks we're buying, but it's all in the purpose of entertainment. And that is something that you do have to clarify, or YouTube has the opportunity to shut you down just the way Shopify did. Now, with Shopify, I was explaining this to my business partner that when we talk about investing in the services we offer, the day we start crossing a line where we offer that we can give investment advice and financial advice is the day that we are basically, I'm trying to explain this in a really good metaphor. Let's say you're driving on the road. And let's say like Google, Shopify, they're all cops. They're all like cops, okay? You're playing on their roads, okay? And they see what you're doing. And then they're going to analyze what you're doing. And there's always gray areas within anything they don't want you talking about. But the thing is like the second you start talking about stock market investing and you start talking about stock news and things like that, well, you're already beginning to do 60 and a 50, okay? Like Google doesn't really want you talking too much about that stuff, or Shopify specifically. YouTube's a different platform, but Shopify in and of itself, all of a sudden, boom, we were adding all these different products that were financially related and we got flagged and we ended up be doing like 80 in a 50, and they told me why and what I would have to do to fix it. But in the meantime, what it would take to get this up and operational. And what do I mean by up and operational? Well, not like the website isn't operational. In fact, the blogs are doing very, very well. We still have viewers coming in on a regular basis, but it's this big red thing that's right here that says your Shopify payment account is on hold. And the reason for that is, like I said, we got flagged. Now, we can still accept payments, and we have been through PayPal and things like that, but we can't use Stripe as a service anymore. Now, there is other payment options out there, but the fees come at almost double the price of what Stripe offers. So after talking with Shopify and figuring out what I would have to do to play within their realm of not, giving me a fine and telling me I have to use certain things, at least they don't shut the whole website down. But this is a huge hindrance, as we found that 40% of our sales come from people that like to use credit cards. So people that like to use credit cards, we still want to be able to capture that 40% of the market. So what I had to go ahead and do was we launched a whole new website, ladies and gentlemen. We launched a whole new website overnight, by the way. So I'm going to, pat myself on the back here because it takes a while to put a whole website together. And I literally did it in a day after being on the phone for hours talking to all these different people. And it was nice to get some actual reviews off some of the stuff and the feedback we've got from you guys as benefits people. There's service and purpose for it, which made us want to do everything we could to continue making it better. So what we went ahead and did, and what Matt did, is he sent me over a brand new iCloud spreadsheet here. And I want to open this up really briefly. I thought I had it already open. So in an attempt to further expand on what we're offering and trying to put this together in a way that's really going to work, and it sucks that we have to diversify this into a new website, but at the same time, it's early days. We're learning. We're only 2 months deep. So, there's nothing wrong with doing it now. It's just something I would not want to run into another, a few years, even a year from now. This is not something that I would want to experience. So we're trying to keep everything really clean, and we really want to focus on how we can core help people. And so far, it has literally been this spreadsheet that has been taken, weeks and months to actually refine and put together. And we've got it to a point now where it's absolutely incredible because it's going to track everything automatically. We have it set up for Forex, which was something that happened last year. It does stock analysis. So this is going to be a bit of a game changer. I need to, let me scale this down just to give you guys a better understanding of what we're looking at here as the next gen product that we're going to be launching. It's already available. And this thing basically does an incredible amount of analysis, and it does it within like lifetimes of the companies. So you get an incredible amount of input for those people out there that want to, instead of digging around on, say, something like a Yahoo Finance and, trying to find some information. This does quite an incredible job of bringing it all into one place. Now, we're obviously still tweaking and adjusting, and your input has been really changing this product for us. So I'm really glad, and thanks to everyone that has purchased it and has helped us out along the way. And I'd love to know what you think about this product in the comment section below. But yes, as of recent, guys, everything that we're doing here is basically going to be shut down and reopened in Chartmasters. So Chartmasters is going to be the new website here. I told you I'd put money down on a website, guys, and that was with Empire Flippers. So in the endeavor to consistently start looking for businesses that would fit my niche criteria and looking at the rate of return of these businesses, it's still on the back of my mind in a constant way of perhaps purchasing another business to add to my portfolio of online businesses. And they've recently came out with a bunch of new people out here that want to sell their businesses. And I found one that came up, and unfortunately they do not let you see these businesses without having a deposit in place. And it fit all of our criteria. Unfortunately, I am very strict on how I talk about this because these are private sales. So anything I say could end up leading to a $20,000 fine. So I can't show you which one of these businesses was the one that I ended up putting a down deposit on. It was a shame because this business fit all of my criteria on the back end, but on the front end, it was just a product that I didn't know anything about, even though it was in the same niche. It was really, really fascinating stuff. But yeah, I'm continuing to look at businesses that are currently available here. And if the right one does come up, I'm doing a meeting with Empire Flippers today, actually, because, it could take 6 to 12 months, but if the right one comes up, like the one that I was looking at, and it just fits that criteria that I'm after, and the product is that muy bien, that'll be a purchase. That'll be something that I'll absolutely be buying this year there. But I'd love to know what you guys think about all of this in the comments section below. But what an interesting video today, guys. Definitely interesting video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Stay cool. Stay awesome. I look forward to chatting to you real soon.